Good day everyone! Welcome back sa Math Husay General Math Tutorial. Sa videong ito, pag-uusapan natin ang iba't ibang real-life application ng logarithmic function. Let's begin! Ilan sa mga pinaka-popular na application ng logarithmic function ay sa field ng seismology, pag-aaral ng sound intensity, at pH level. So pag-uusapan natin isa-isa kung paano ba natin mai-represent ang real-life situation gamit ang logarithmic function. Una, we have the earthquake magnitude on a Richter scale. So paano ba ginagamit ang konsepto ng logarithmic function sa pag-identify ng magnitude ng isang earthquake? In 1935, Charles Richter proposed a logarithmic scale to measure the intensity of an earthquake. He defined the magnitude of an earthquake as a function of its amplitude on a standard seismograph. So yung formula ng pag-identify ng magnitude ng isang earthquake is given by this function. Magnitude R is equal to 2/3 log of E all over 10 raised to 4.40, na kung saan yung E is in joules is the energy released by the earthquake. So kung gaano kalakas yung energy ng isang earthquake, at yung quantity na 10 raised to 4.40 joules is the energy released by a very small reference earthquake. So the formula indicates that yung magnitude daw of an earthquake is based on the logarithm of the ratio between the energy it releases and the energy released by reference earthquake. Again, para malaman yung magnitude ng isang earthquake, ginagamit natin ang logarithmic function na 2/3 log of E all over 10 raised to 4.40. So kapag nasolve na natin ang magnitude ng isang earthquake, pwede natin tignan ang description nito sa Richter scale. So kung ano yung magiging magnitude niyan, ito yung description ng isang earthquake. O kung gaano ka lakas yung energy ng isang earthquake. So nandito yung mga description. Let's try to represent problem that involves calculating the magnitude of an earthquake. Example number 1. Suppose an earthquake released approximately 10 raised to 12 joules of energy. So ang unang gagawin natin is what is its magnitude on a Richter scale? And yung pangalawa, how much more energy does this earthquake release than the reference earthquake? So to represent this using logarithmic function, alam natin na sa letter A, dahil we want to solve the magnitude of the earthquake, alam natin na yung energy released by an earthquake is 10 raised to 12 joules, right? Gamit yung formula na R is equal to 2/3 log of E all over 10 raised to 4.40, isa-substitute natin yung value ng E. So when we plug in the value of E, we have 2/3 log 10 raised to 12 all over 10 raised to 4.40. So simplifying this, we have 2/3 log of 10 raised to 7.6. Bakit naging 7.6? Di ba magkapareho yung base ng numerator at denominator? So, di ba ang ginagawa natin is we subtract its exponent para mag-simplify. So, 12 minus 4.40, that gives you 7.6. Kaya naging 10 raised to 7.6 yan. Kasi nga, yung log of 10 raised to 7.6 ay equivalent lang sa 7.6. So, 2/3 times 7.6, the magnitude is approximately equal to 5.1. So, gamit yung Richter scale, pwede nating maklasify yung earthquake as strong. Kasi nga, nandito yung range ng magnitude niya, 5. So, we can classify the earthquake as strong. How about letter B? Ang tanong, how much more energy does this earthquake release than the reference earthquake? Tandaan natin na yung ating formula indicates that yung magnitude of an earthquake is based on the logarithm of the ratio between yung energy released by an earthquake and the energy released by a reference earthquake. So, this earthquake releases 39,810,717 times more energy than the reference earthquake. Ang ginawa natin para malaman natin kung gaano ba talaga kalakas ito kaysa sa reference earthquake, we divide 10 raised to 12 by 10 raised to 4.40. Kasi nga, yung 10 raised to 4.40 is your reference earthquake. So, ganun kalakas yung earthquake kumpara sa reference earthquake. Klaro? This time, pag-usapan naman natin yung sound intensity. In acoustic, the decibel level of sound is given by this function. D is equal to 10 log of I all over 10 raised to negative 12, where yung I natin is the sound intensity in watts per meter squared and yung 10 raised to negative 12 watts per meter squared is the least audible sound a human can hear. So once na-calculate na natin yung sound intensity, pwede na nating ma-identify kung ano yung level ng sound gamit yung chart na ito. So, let's have an example na kung saan pwede nating i-represent ang sound intensity gamit ang logarithmic function. Example number 2. The decibel level of a sound in a quiet office is 10 raised to negative 6 watts per meter squared. What is the corresponding sound intensity in decibel? Yung pangalawang tanong, how much more intense is this sound than the least audible sound a human can hear? First, let's calculate kung ano nga ba yung sound intensity kapag yung I natin is equal to 10 raised to negative 6 watts per meter squared. So, gamit yung formula ng sound intensity, so D is equal to 10 log of I all over 10 raised to negative 12, ipa-plug in natin yung value ng I. So, we have 10 log of 10 raised to negative 6 all over 10 raised to negative 12. So, now, we simplify this. We have 10 log of 10 raised to 6. Bakit man? Take note that 10 raised to negative 6 divided by 10 raised to negative 12, ang mangyayari dahil nagdi-divide tayo of the same base, you copy the base and subtract the exponent. So, negative 6 minus the negative 12, that gives you positive 6. Now, from here, we simplify 10 log of 10 raised to 6. Yung value ng log 10 raised to 6 ay 6. So, 10 times 6, that gives you the sound intensity is equal to 60 decibel. So, gamit yung ating sound level chart, so yung 60 decibel is considered non-hazardous sound. Kasi nga, yung sound level ay tulad lang sa normal na pakikipag-usap o yung conversation lang. Now, how about yung letter B? How much more intense is this sound than the least audible sound a human can hear. Di ba nga, yung least audible sound a human can hear is 10 raised to negative 12 watts per meter squared, right? So kung i-compare natin yung sound intensity, we have the sound is actually 1 million times more intensity than the least audible sound a human can hear. Kasi nga, ang ginawa natin para malaman natin how much more intense is the sound than the least audible sound a human can hear. So, dinivide natin ang 10 raised to negative 6 by 10 raised to negative 12. So, again, that is equivalent to 10 raised to 6. And 10 raised to 6 is 1 million. Kapag pinag-uusapan ang sound intensity, so pwede nating i-represent ang isang problem gamit yung logarithmic function. So, since ang sound intensity ay may formula na, so tandaan lang natin ang formula ng sound intensity ay D is equal to 10 log of I all over 10 raised to negative 12. Klaro? Paano naman natin na i-represent yung mga problems involving acidity and pH level gamit ang logarithmic function? So, kapag pinag-uusapan natin ay acidity and pH level, the pH level of a water-based solution is defined by the given function na pH is equal to the negative log of the concentration of hydrogen ions in moles per liter. So, yung H plus na nakikita nyo is actually the concentration of hydrogen ions in moles per liter. Kapag nagko-compute tayo ng pH level ng water-based solution, tandaan natin ito. Solutions with a pH of 7 are defined neutral. Samantalang, yung mga pH level naman na mas mababa sa 7 ay considered acidic. And those with pH level na greater than 7 ay tinatawag nating basic. Let's have an example kung paano na i-represent ang problems involving acidity and pH level gamit ang logarithmic function. Example number 3. A 1 liter solution contains 0.00001 moles of hydrogen ions. Find its pH level. Since there are 0.00001 moles of hydrogen ions in 1 liter, then yung concentration of hydrogen ions is 10 raised to negative 5 moles per liter. So, dahil meron na tayong value ngayon ng ating concentration of hydrogen ions, so we will just plug this one in our formula ng pH level. So, yung formula natin is pH is equal to negative log times the concentration of hydrogen ions in moles per liter. So, yung value ng concentration of hydrogen ions is 10 raised to negative 5 moles per liter. So, we plug in that one. So, we have negative log of 10 raised to negative 5. Take note na yung log of 10 raised to negative 5 is equivalent to negative 5. So, we have negative times the negative 5. So, yung pH level is 5. Looking at the pH scale, so yung solution natin with pH of 5 are considered acidic. Diba? Kasi less than 7 yung pH level. So, this is how we represent problems involving acidity and pH level gamit yung logarithmic function. So, tandaan, if pinag-uusapan natin ay pH level, yung formula o yung ating function ay pH is equal to negative log of the concentration of hydrogen ions. Klaro? Please pause the video and try to solve each of the following problem. Kapag tapos na kayo, share your answers in the comment section. Tandaan, ang sikreto para maging mahusay, matuto at mag-ensayo. Huwag kalimutang i-like, i-share at mag-subscribe sa aking YouTube channel. Kita-kits sa susunod na lesson at matuto kung ano ang pinagkaiba ng logarithmic function sa equation at inequalities. See ya! Bye!